I'll make a sponge cake. Here are the ingredients. I have in my sugar, I have in my milk, I have in my salt, baking soda, I have sweetened condensed milk, I have in my baking powder, I have in my white condensed milk flavor egg, my white vinegar for this, and I have in my flour. These are the ingredients for this. Now we're going to pour in the dry ingredient, which is the soda and the salt, inside the flour. Pour in the soda and the salt inside the flour. Now we're going to get in our baking powder and level it. Now we're going to give this a stir. We're going to mix it with your spatula, your spoon, mix it really till they are all well mixed and combined. Then we set this aside. We set it aside. We get another bowl. That is for the second stage. We get another bowl for the liquid ingredients. Now we're going to add in the liquid milk. You can also use your powder milk in it. Also use your powdered milk. Add in your liquid milk. You add in your refined vegetable oil. Don't use any oil. You can also use your sunflower for it also. Then we add in our condensed milk flavor. I'm using the white condensed milk flavor. You can see how thick and creamy it is. You can also use your extract condensed milk flavor. You can also use it, so you can see how creamy it is. To tell you how delicious our milky sponge cake is gonna be. Now we add in our condensed milk. We add in our condensed milk inside the liquid ingredient. Now we give this a stir till they're all combined. You can also use your mixer. You can also use your spatula, whichever you want to use. Mix this and set it aside. This is the second stage for it. For milky sponge cake, that's the second stage. Now we get in our mixing bowl and separate our egg white from the egg yolk. You can use more than 5 eggs, but do not reduce the egg. You can use more than 5 eggs, and you break them and separate the egg yolk from the egg white. We're going to mix this egg white till it is foamy and double its size. We are still going to use the egg yolk also, but we'll first mix the egg white till it double its size and it comes out pure white before we add in our egg yolk. That is how we are separating it. Now we set the egg yolk aside. Here's the egg yolk and the egg white. So we set the egg yolk aside and we get our mixing bowl and add in the egg white. You can also at this stage add in your vinegar. I forgot putting it in. Then you give this. Now we give this egg white a mix. As we are mixing, we are adding in the sugar. Now we're into the second stage, which is add mix. We're going to whisk this egg white till it is foamy and double its size. It is foamy and double its size. You add in your sugar bit by bit. Now if you don't have your whisker, you're going to use your turning stick, but it will take much of your time. Now with this whisker, you put it in a high speed until your egg white is foamy and thick. I couldn't wait for this egg white to get into the thicker level, and I was just in a hurry because I wanted to see this beauty of this cake. So at this stage I discovered that it is okay for me, but if you want to go more and more, you can go more and more and mix your egg white till it is foamy. And when you bring it up with a spoon, you discover that before it drops down, it takes a longer time or some seconds for it to drop down. But at this stage I was okay with my own egg white, but you can mix more and more if you know you have the time. Now you add in the egg yolk and you give this a whisk. Now do not overmix this batter. Do not overmix the batter. Just give it a little mix. Don't overmix the batter, please. You discover that it's pure yellow. Now you add in our dry ingredient. This is where you start adding our dry ingredients and give it a little mix. Now you don't add all the dry ingredients at once. You just put it bit by bit for it to blend well, because if you add all together you end up with lumps in your batter. So you add it bit by bit for it to blend well and smooth. Now you can also use your scraper, your spoon or your spatula and scrape the side so that they can all be well combined. Use a scraper and scrape the side, they can be all well combined, and you give it a whisk. You can also use your spatula, you can also use a turning stick and give it this a whisk, or you fold in whichever one you want. But for it to be quicker, you can use your whisker for this method. Now we add in our wet ingredient and we also whisk. Like I said, do not over whisk your batter. Now we're going to add in the last liquid, and we give this the last mix for it to blend well. You can also scrape the side, like I said, scrape the side for it, everything to be well combined and incorporated. So that is what we're going to do. You can see how easy and how light it. You can see how light our batter is. This is what we are looking for in a sponge cake. You can see how light it is. Very, very light. Oh my god, this cake is gonna be sumptuous, honestly speaking. Now we get in our pan. I covered my pan. I'm using the 8-inch pan, square shape. I covered it with a parchment paper. So now this parchment paper helps to prevent it from getting burnt. I covered it with parchment paper and I add in my batter. You can see how thinly our batter is. Now imagine how the sponge cake is gonna. Now we give this a tap. At this moment I discovered that. Now you can see the beauty of our cake. At this point, that was when I realized that my oven has a problem. But I love the way it came out very neat. With the skewer, you can see that it is out. So you can flip it, turn it over, flip it off, and you will see the beauty of the cake. Now you can see that even with the parchment paper and how my oven was faulty, the base was never, it didn't get burnt. You can see how soft it is. Even when you flip it, you can see the cake. Now at this point you can dive into this cake and eat your cake, enjoy it with your family. But I just want to do a little bit of decoration, which is optional. I don't just do my cake like that. Try giving it some little decoration for the cake, for someone to eat the cake. Now you can see how soft this cake is. Oh, this is really spongy. You can see how soft it is, despite how golden brown it came out much. Now that is the coconut milk. I added a little bit of icing sugar and I gave it a mix, and I pour it over my cake as my frosting on the cake. And that was when I added my goodies. This is the first goodie, which is the desiccated coconut. It's an homemade coconut I did myself. I had to extract the milk using my fruit juicer and get the shaft and then microwave it for it to get dry. And that is how it is. It is sweetened desiccated coconut, and it was so delicious. It was so delicious. It went well with this cake, sponge cake. And I have the second goodies, which are I call them my cake sauce with the coconut milk. I let her pour it all over, and my frozen cherries, fresh frozen cherries. You can see how it tastes. Fresh frozen cherries. And I give this a decoration. It was so beautiful. You can see how soft this cake is. OMG. Hi, with a lot of sauce on it. Now if you eat this cake with your family, man, oh man, they will forever love you. I baked this cake and my family, so you can see the kind of cake I baked for my family, and it has been their favorite ever since then. When I'm on it, they talk, Abi. You can see the softness of it. You can see it. So imagine if it is being baked right, how it will come out. You can see. I'll make a sponge cake. Now go bake this cake for yourself, for your family, and give us feedback on how it came out, because this is lovely. This is good. Thank you for watching.